Hey, you ever had that moment? You sitting there, you talking to a person. They pick up a cigarette, and they put it in their mouth, and they light it right in front of you. What do you think to yourself? Do you think, oh, that person's a smoker, and does it change your whole opinion? Don't do that. Don't do that. Too soon. Too soon. Or do you say to yourself, oh, I smoke too. I think I'll take one out of my own and smoke it with them. Or do you say to yourself, nothing, and just move on with the conversation? Because moving on with the conversation is probably the best thing you can do. Because they know the risks of smoking. They know. They've read it in books. But sometimes it takes somebody going through the motions of what smoking does to you to prove the point that this is what smoking does to you. Now, I was fine with alcohol. Alcohol was never a thing for me. Never. Not even a problem. As far as I heard, there was, alcoholism in my genetic bloodline. And because of that, something about missing a chromosome or something. So I was more apt to be addicted than, another would be. Somebody who had never been around it at all wouldn't know what they were missing. Here's the thing though. I observed people around me growing up. I observed things. And one day I decided to pick it up. But looking back on it now, I really wish I hadn't, because my breathing's not as good as it once was. And that's the only thing that I can think of as to why my breathing would be the way it is. It's not horrible, but it's definitely different than it was. So that being said, when somebody says to me, I would like to see more smoking content on your channel, I say to myself, oh, Jesus, Kate, do you want to do that? Because it's such a bad example. But then I think to myself, you know what? Maybe sometimes people need bad examples to show them what this is going to do to you. So I decided that I was going to talk about COPD, okay? Now, back when I was going to school, I remembered the acronym, okay? But COPD, just look it up. It's a breathing thing, okay? Now, one of the things that happens is you stop being able to breathe. And not being able to breathe, as you know, as a human, is kind of a problem. Now think about it this way. If you're breathing it in, you're causing yourself a problem with breathing. But on the other hand, if you're breathing it out, you're pushing that smoke over. Now, if you don't have somebody standing right next to you, do what you do and understand that it is going to eventually, make the earth do funny things, because eventually, after enough time, these things will take effect. As Bo Burnham said, I would love to please all of you, but the truth of the matter is, this will be the last channel, the last time I smoke a cigarette on camera. And the reason for that is because it's not a good decision. So if me not smoking has you go somewhere else, go for it. There are a million smoking women out there who I'm sure will probably work much better for what it is that you currently are looking for. But if you choose to stay without the smoking, thank you for supporting me in my quitting process, which I am pretty darn sure is almost there. I have one pack left, 19 cigarettes to be specific, and I'm about to go get my teeth fixed. And when I do that, I can't smoke for 3 months. So as luck would have it, I guess I'm gonna quit. And that dentist appointment is coming up pretty soon, so I'm very excited about that. Thinking of the things I'm gonna gain, and this is gonna be one of the things I end up losing. I'm sure I can figure out something, but I enjoyed it because it was my friend. I enjoyed it because it didn't judge me. I enjoyed it because it was like taking a deep breath, and then I thought to myself, Kate, you can take your own deep breath without the cigarette, and it's probably healthier for you. And I thought to myself, yeah, that's right. And the truth of the matter is, I don't even like the taste. But when a habit becomes a habit, it becomes a habit. Have a good night.